This episode of Women of Impact is proudly brought to you by
Introducing Midori Agro Ventures Limited, your partner in sustainable agriculture. We are dedicated to empowering small and medium-scale farmers in Zambia and beyond. With our expertise, we provide access to sustainable agricultural markets and promote value addition for farmers. Together, we are cultivating a brighter, more prosperous future for agriculture. Join us in nurturing growth, sustainability, and success. Midori Agro Ventures Limited, where farming meets the future.
Thank you. Hi, Mrs Tetiwe. I'm Thokozani Nangwale, and I am the host of Women of Impact, Zambia's Trailblazers, and you have been recognized as one of Zambia's Trailblazers. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about you. Who is Tetiwe Nzimah, and just profiling your journey so that young girls out there in Zambia and across the globe could see who you are and the impact you've made so far. So we can get right into it.
Thank you so much, Toko. And I'm really delighted to have you here, visit me, and also profile me. I'm sure it wasn't an easy choice, so I'm really humbled that I got to make it onto your list. Getting to know more about me. Firstly, I'll say I'm just a small girl with big, audacious goals who has a big God and a never-failing God. But getting down into it, I'm the firstborn in a family of four. My parents are in Chilabombo, in a small town on the Copper Belt. So having grown up in a small town and defying all odds, coming out here, being the enterprising leader that I am, the entrepreneur, the leader of a global international organization, it's really been a great milestone, and it gives hope not only to women in Zambia, but also back home, back into my hometown. Because people really want to know, what did I do? How did I decide to just step out from the normal status quo and just see myself as an international leader and just go out there and get my dreams? So in a nutshell, I would say I'm a young enterprising leader. I'm a woman in leadership, activist, or so to say. I'm always pro women in leadership. I'm always looking out for my fellow women. Where I see talent, I see which women I can hold hands and bring them up to the stage that I've been, and also they can rise up above me. Besides that, I'm an entrepreneur. I've got a couple of businesses up my sleeves, so I've got that sustaining me. And other than that, I'm just me. Yeah, what you see is what you get.
Interesting. I know you are founder of House of Nkosi, which is a fashion house. Maybe you can highlight more on that, as well as your role in Jesse I, which is the Junior Chambers International.
Thank you so much. So I'll talk about House of Nkosi for starters. House of Nkosi is a fashion brand. We continue reinventing the wheel, but the one thing that's certain is we're not just selling you clothes, we're selling you an experience. It's what is it that defines you. Our slogan is define greatness. So what we like to do is we want to have people like you, anyone in the formal sector, or anyone who wants to wear formal apparel, because that's our niche. Mm-hmm. So we target formal apparel, how do you want to be addressed? Let your clothes speak for you. So when you walk into a room, I should be able to say, to tell what sort of a character you are through the clothes. You don't need to speak. So I should be able to tell, yeah, bold character, from how you present yourself. So we let your clothes speak for you. And that's what we do. So it's an experience, and in an experience in such a way that we are a one-stop clothing store for all your formal apparel. And at the same time, we do have custom-made clothing. So what we intend to do is, for the busy professionals that don't have time to go shopping, you literally just ask us to come through. We can have a meeting with you. You tell us what your style is. We do a mood board for you. We go back and produce clothing for you, and we give it to you. So we want you to grow your career whilst we manage your wardrobe, because you still need to look good.
That's
Yeah, your clothing has got everything to do with how you present yourself and how you elevate yourself. As you continue growing your career, all eyes are on you. So your brand, is as good as how you present yourself in terms of clothing. So interestingly enough, you asked about JCI. Junior Chamber International is an international NGO and for-profit. We've had the organization be in existence for over 100 years. Here in Zambia, it was existent in the 70s and 80s. We got disaffiliated, but we've now been reaffiliated from 2014. I've been a member of the organization for 10 years now, and it's been a worthwhile journey. What the organization does is it provides leadership development opportunities for young people like you and I to provide sustainable impact and sustainable change in our communities and the world at large. When you say empowerment, in Zambia people equalize empowerment to money.
Yeah.
So I always put it out there that we do not give money, but rather we transform you, we develop you into a leader for this fast-changing world. How do we do that? We have 4 areas of opportunity. There's the individual development that comes through the trainings that we have. What happens is, because we're an international organization, you then become an international change maker, right? We've got the community area of opportunity. What that does is you're going out into your communities. We do that through projects. So through the projects, we're ensuring that whatever project or need that you identify in your community, you're taking sustainable change or a sustainable solution into that community. Anywhere where you go, if it's in a place where there's no water, you're not donating water, but you're rather looking at what's the root cause of this issue here, and how can we have a more sustainable solution so that this condition completely dies. Okay, and then we've got the international. So with the international, we do have conferences, we do have events where you get to travel and you meet like-minded people from all walks of life. We're present in 115 countries. So picture yourself meeting a lot of people from all these countries at a conference.
Yeah.
So you then become an international networker. You're a global networker, because your network automatically just grows. Okay. Then there's the business and entrepreneurship. That's run through the different programming as well that we have. We just had the CYE, of course, which you participated in.
Yes.
So we have all those things. And also, as you're growing your business, remember that you're planning to a network, a global network. So you're then getting to plug into like-minded people who've got your similar ideas and who can help you grow, say, in the media space where you are. So that's about JCI. And the beauty about the organization is we have a 1-year to lead policy. So you can be a member from 18 to 40, and you can lead in every single year that you are elected. So of course you start from the grassroots at local level here in Zambia. So I've led at the local level. I then went on to lead at national level. I was national president. And once you're there, you obviously have to look at leading on the regional and international It gets more competitive, of course, because there are other people from other countries, so you have to prove yourself. But suffice to say, in the 10 years that I've been a member, there has not been a single year that I have not led. So I'm really humbled that it's brought out the best of me in leadership-wise, and currently I'm serving as the African Middle East Development Council chairperson, meaning that I'm in charge of growth and development of JCI in our area, trying to penetrate in countries where we're not present, and also just trying to grow ourselves where we're currently present. So that's my role at the moment.
Wow, I did my own background research, but listening to how you have juggled House of Nkosi as well as being leader for JCI and being a woman in Africa and Zambia, it's really hard to penetrate such an industry as well as position. So what are some of the challenges you found in your 10 years journey of leadership in JCI?
Interesting question. And it takes me down memory lane. Challenges are always there, and I think one of the challenges that I've had to face and be able to learn to overcome is issues of still being level-minded, because sometimes your business may be going down, but you've got responsibilities and you've got deliverables to do on the other side. Right, and you're reporting to other people. So House of Nkosi is just one of the businesses that I do. I've got a school pickup business called Kiddies Commute. I've got a marketing solutions business called Blue Stripe Enterprises. So it's juggling all of them, and at sometimes one or two of them might suffer.
Yeah.
So it's learning to have that balance. Not forgetting that there is me that I need to take care of. I've got my family as well. I've got my friends. I also need to have a social life. So I need to get to a place where I plug out, I reconnect with myself, and allow for the moments of growth. So I think navigating through all that and learning to manage yourself, that's been the biggest challenge. But I believe JCI is that organization that just teaches you, and it makes you see a better side of you. I think being with a lot of like-minded individuals, having had a lot of mentors who've gone way above me and probably have got bigger businesses and they have bigger needs and issues to deal with than I can, but yet when you see them, they flawlessly deal with these issues, and sitting down with them, trying to find out how do they do this, how do they manage that, because it's not easy. You can imagine somebody's a wife, somebody's a mother, they've got businesses to run, and then they've got this huge leadership role that they have to do, because being in a leadership role is as good as being a mother.
Yes.
Your followers are your children. So you need to be in the right space and you need to lead your children right. But at the same time, you also don't need to let your issues then get into the way that you lead. So growing through the organization, meeting amazing people from across the world has just made things a whole lot easier for me. Some days I just pick up the phone and I'll be calling somebody from Nigeria, somebody from the US, somebody from Zimbabwe, and I'm just learning from them. So it's learning, and I think being in the right circles, yeah, that's been my greatest, overcoming the challenges that I've had to face.
So what advice would you have for young girls out there that feel they are born special and they want to change the world, but are facing all sorts of limitation, ranging from financial limitation to the right support system, support circle, and as well as lack of support from family and people that are close to them?
I think my greatest piece of advice would be, firstly, you need to be in the right headspace. So that means you need to win the battle in your mind. So your mindset has to be right. And once you win that, battle in your mind, then victory is surely yours. I say that because most often than not, it's the things and conversations that we have playing in our minds that bring us back, that make us think we're not adequate enough, that make us think we really can't go far or we can't achieve. It's the conversation that your friend will come and say to you, and you then start playing back and say, maybe that person's actually right. But if you've got the right mindset and you know who you are, so first of all, you need to believe in yourself. You need to have that confidence. You need to have that unshakable faith. That no matter what anyone will say, you know who you are and you know that you're destined for greatness. Once you have that, you can embark on your journey, because you easily brush off any negative thought that will come to you. And once you know that, yeah, on a whole new level, the people that you're going to interact with, the energies that you're going to let in, energies that are only going to benefit you and help uplift you. So then you start finding yourself in the right networks, in the right circles. You won't let mediocrity come into you. You know, you just look at it and you shun it. You turn it the other way and you be like, not here, you know, not next door. So my advice is, let's have ourselves in the right headspace. You've mentioned advice particularly to women and young ladies. So usually our upbringing, somewhere along the way, our self-esteem and confidence gets crushed. And those are things that we need to deal with. And I'm saying the Gen Zs are better off because they're more liberal, so they're not so shaken. So if you're a Gen Z, you've got competitive advantage against some of us in our generation. Some of us in our generation need to get over the self-hurt, the low self-esteem. We need to regain our confidence. So by the time that you're really getting into that and finding yourselves in the right spaces, you probably would have spent or invested a couple of years. But nonetheless, you need to do that so that you're on that right path, and once you start running, you're literally sprinting. So getting into the right networks, listening to podcasts, allowing the right energies, having the right friends. It's okay to stick to a very small circle, but be it very meaningful. Belonging to organizations such as JCI, I think is a great space to be in. It really develops you and it makes you see the world in a different light. And once you're on that trajectory, allow you to self-discover, rediscover yourself, and keep on challenging yourself and not seeing the next person as competition, but you constantly competing with yourself, constantly striving to be the best version of yourself. And as a believer, I would say constantly seeking God for guidance, constantly walking in His light. It's not always that seem, all gold and glimmer, but constantly walking with Him and trusting Him, you definitely get to achieve and get to go to your destination. And of course, see the best version of yourself.
That's very impressive and motivating, especially for a young Gen Z like myself to hear, because yes, we do face adversity, but one thing about us is we're a bit of a rebellious generation, so we still follow our hearts, but knowing that there's somebody that we can look up to that has made it in these leadership areas is motivating. Now this one is your last words. What do you have for young people in Zambia, in Africa, Middle East, and also across the globe? What words do you have for us?
In a nutshell, what do I have to tell, first of all, my country people? I would say, be the best version of yourself that your demons will fear. But above all, really ignite that self-confidence in you, that self-awareness in you. Know yourself. Allow yourself to dream big and have the big audacious goals and just go out there and crush on them goals. One day at a time, one step at a time, with God's guidance and with your right spacing. Have a mentor, have a sponsor. Those are two different people and two different sets of people. So know who a sponsor is, know who a mentor is. A sponsor is that person that's going to speak highly of you, even in spaces where you're not. A sponsor is somebody who will vouch for you because they know you're credible enough and you're worthy enough for certain positions that even you yourself don't believe in. Have your mentor. And don't have a mentor because this person is buzzing, and this person is everyone's favorite. Have a mentor that speaks to you. And even as you develop yourself, learn to plan your life. Of course, we are not God and we don't have the final say, but learn to have a plan. It's okay to have a plan. Have a short-term plan, have a long-term plan. Know where you're going, know where you want to see yourself, and commit all those plans to God. Surely greatness is yours. Greatness is within you, and surely you cannot fail if you believe in yourself and you continuously develop yourself and you see yourself to be an international person.
Mrs. Tetiwe, I am so grateful on behalf of the Crystal TV team and myself that you afforded us this opportunity to profile you. You have a powerful story, you're very inspiring and motivated. Growing up as a little girl, I always wanted to meet somebody or a woman in a high space that's willing to hold the hands of women, because we're so used to situations where women bring women down, women bring girls down when they feel threatened, but to be in the presence of a woman that wants to embrace and help grow you as a person is really motivating. And I'm sure the young girls and women who watch you will feel the same motivation. I look forward to engaging more with you, maybe over coffee, and just learning from you, because I'm definitely going to keep calling.
Definitely. I mean, my door is open. I'm just a phone call message away from accessing me. I'm more than delighted to walk with you, to celebrate you. I see you. I'm proud of the big steps that you're doing. So I'm really just open to helping you and giving whatever advice that you can get as you continue with your journey as well. And thank you once again for having me.
You're welcome. This has been amazing. We just finished our interview with Zambia's Trailblazer, Woman of Impact. Stay glued.
Introducing Midori Agro Ventures Limited, your partner in sustainable agriculture. We are dedicated to empowering small and medium-scale farmers in Zambia and beyond. With our expertise, we provide access to sustainable agricultural markets and promote value addition for farmers. Together, we are cultivating a brighter, more prosperous future for agriculture. Join us in nurturing growth, sustainability, and success. Midori Agro Ventures Limited, where farming meets the future.